And welcome to Maverick Championship Wrestling presents Madness Wrap-Up Show right here on the network. I am your host, the D-Train, and we're here to wrap up all things Madness related here on a Thursday afternoon. I'm trying to get the link so I can share that out real quick. Somebody always beats me to it, though, and I think they already did. Yep, they did. Thank you, Minerva. Do appreciate it. I'm going to share it out on the Facebook page real quick. And then I'll get into the wrap-up of the show. Hope you enjoyed the afternoon card. We had two exciting Deuces Wild tag matches. We had a Universal title tournament match that was kind of a surprising outcome. So let's get into the wrap-up right here and now. Match one, we saw Deuces Wild tag team round-robin tournament. From Group A, correct? Don't have that in my notes. No, from Group B, my bad. First was Group B. We had the Suffering, Pain and Agony, taking on the Wild Boys. In the end, a short match here, which Agony, I hate to say, has been exposed lately in the last couple of matches as maybe the weaker link in the Suffering. He was beaten by Sapita Tiki, and the Wild Boys picking up the first victory. Next up, we went to the ladies division as Crushing Kelly, this time brought to the ring by her new partner from Black Magic, Raven. She's able to pick up a victory over what has been a red-hot Carla Cabrera lately. Kelly overcomes the momentum that Cabrera brought into the match and wins herself, now starting to build some momentum of her own. Then we went to a couple of guys making their debut in the third match. Wade Braddock, brought to the ring by Nox Vulgaris. He is able to pick up a victory over the second generation Junior McCoy in that one. I'm lost. Where did I go? There I go. All right. In match four, we went back to the tag team, Deuces Wild tag team title group rounds, and went to Group A, where Ruthless Incorporated, represented by Orcus and Laszlo Marte, were brought to the ring by Minerva, and they were able to take care of business, defeating the Molson Hustle. Rob Machete and Clinton Cage, a new tag team here in the Maverick, off a little bit of a rocky start. I still have faith that they'll get it together and rock on. In match five, we went back to the ladies division as Susie the Elf went one-on-one with Maya Muertes. She's been calling her out for weeks. Maya shows up and does not disappoint, picking up the victory over the veteran Susie the Elf. Then to our main event, the second round match of the Universal title tournament between Aiden Nightwalker, with his father Mordred Nightwalker at ringside for him, against James Harris, who had his twin brother Victor Harris at ringside with him. It was a family affair, as Victor and James are also sons of Mordred. James, in the end, able to get Aiden to tap out and move on to the semifinals, where he will face Andy Price. Aiden Nightwalker, however, was not done for the evening. He immediately goes backstage, unbeknownst to everybody, as Mordred and Victor stayed out in the ringside area with James. Aiden attacks the first guy he sees going through the curtains, and it's none other than his rival, Rain, who have gone back and forth several times here during the relaunch. Rain not having it. Upset a little bit by the gall of Aiden to attack him coming through. Rain leaves Aiden laying. So Aiden's night went from bad to worse, and he is left laying at the end of the show as it closed. So there you go. There's the wrap-up of the Madness show itself. Now it's time to start talking to some of the participants in tonight's show. Right now, I guess we're going to go first. Match two, she brought out her tag team partner in Black Magic to a victory over Carla Cabrera. I'm talking about none other than Raven. Raven, welcome to the show, dear.
Good evening, hon.
Well, good day for Kelly. Kelly lost in her debut match, but last two she's put it together, picking up
Yeah.
some victories. I got to think teaming with you may be part of that, right?
Well, I knew she'd do good in the end. She always does. Never lets me down.
All right.
She's a
Now,
tough cookie. People underestimate that one, but she's tough.
yeah, she is. I agree 100%. I'm excited to see what's next. But, you hinted to what's next last week and then again told me that was all I needed to know. So what information am I going to get this week?
You're getting sweet FA yet. I'm not letting that one slip yet.
Nothing? Nothing for
Mm-mm.
me?
No. You can hold on.
Well, Monday night, Black Dice has got my son, the modern
I
day
know.
warrior,
I
Ethan
saw that.
Moore. That's going to be an interesting matchup.
Yeah, it's not the first time them two have had a battle. Won't be the last.
Well, okay, I'm going to go back to last week again because I asked you if Zeke and Black Dice were going to be teaming up. You said no, you had another partner in mind for Dice. Is there a
Uh-huh.
chance Monday we find out who that other partner might be?
That's very possible. Yeah. That
Oh,
may just come
see,
out on Monday.
maybe some information coming on Monday. That would be nice to see. Jammer Games, welcome to the show. LD, welcome to the show as well. Always good to see you. Of course, Knox Vulgaris, Raven, and the Mighty Minerva out there. I want to welcome everybody in. So, all right, maybe we see who Black Dice's new partner is. Zeke Drexel, I haven't seen on the books for the next couple shows. I assume he's working hard, ready to rebound after his loss.
Huh? What? Sorry.
All
Good
right.
God. Sorry, I got sidetracked somewhere.
Maybe Zeke has got you distracted right now. I don't know.
No.
No? Not
No.
not dipping in that Helsinki
Mm-mm.
Warriors
Oh, good Lord,
training?
no. No,
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 okay.
no, no.
All
Behave.
right. Well, I guess in a roundabout way, I was asking, what's next for Zeke because the booking committee doesn't seem to have anything for him right now. I know on Monday they've told me we're going to lay out exactly how the show titles are going to be decided, the Madness title and the Shootout title. We have number one contenders,
Right.
but we don't have champions. I assume Zeke is going to be involved in one of those formats, correct?
I would hope so. I'm
So,
hoping he's going to go for the madness, but, he's mad. It does seem to suit him.
well, I do know
Drives
he
me
is
around the
he is
place.
marked to be on the Madness show, as well as Black Dice. Actually, all of your
Mm.
group is there so far. So I assume, not knowing exactly what the booking committee is going to say, is coming up for the Madness title. If Zeke is involved, what type of preparation is he going through now? Now that he's had some Maverick competition, what is he going through to be better in those tournament style or going for title style matches?
Oh, well, right now I've got him out in the cold. He's in a very cold country, getting very hot. He's training like you wouldn't believe because his last match was a disgrace. He's not focused enough, so he's out there on his own doing his job.
Well, yeah, it seems like such a short time ago, but I guess it has been 3 or 4 weeks ago. Blaze McCoy is calling him out as he could be the next big, great thing. And then, excuse the expression, but he kind of farted on the snare drum in the Universal Title tournament and just blew
Yeah.
it, right?
Mhm. Yeah, he needs to buckle down and get on with it.
All
Stop
right.
showboating.
Well, Black Dice is still alive in that tournament. We know he faces Ethan on Monday. But let's talk about the other match that happened tonight in that title tournament. Aiden Nightwalker versus James Harris. Half brothers going at it.
That's not a surprise. Bloody
No, you thought
Nightwalker.
Harris would win that one?
No, actually, I thought Aiden would. So
See,
they're trained very hard.
I think they did.
So I
James,
actually thought Aiden would have got that.
James has definitely stood out here in the last couple weeks, both in the tag team division and here in the Universal Title tournament. Very impressive, but he runs into a red hot Andy Price in the next round.
Yeah, he better not take Andy lightly, like Zeke did. Kind of, I don't know what got into him, but there you go. But James has got his work cut out. But if anyone's going to beat Andy, it will be him.
All right, sounds good.
Be
Uh,
interesting to see.
think that was all the things I said that I had earmarked to talk with Raven about.
Alrighty.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't see anything else in my notes. So, anything else you want to share with us? Otherwise, I'm going to slide you back to the green room and go on to the next guest.
No, I'm good right now.
All right, dear. If we're able to pull you back in, I will at the end.
Okay.
So, if you can, hang out. I appreciate you joining us. That's Raven, everybody. Always good to hear from her. Usually on the Madness wrap-up show, she's here each week, and I thank her for that, for giving us any time, as I do all our guests. I want to thank everybody that ever tunes in. So let's shift gears and bring in another another one that escorted somebody to the ring and to a victory tonight, but also had a big night on Monday as well when she pulled off the Ladies of the Maverick Women's title. I am speaking about none other than our champion, Nox Vulgaris. Welcome in once again.
Well, thank you for having me, boss.
All right, Nox. Tonight, it was all about Wade Braddock. Let's start there. Wade comes in. He makes his debut here in the Maverick against another young man making his debut, Junior McCoy. What did you like about the match? What would you like to see him do better?
I mean, obviously I liked that he won. Wade's big. He's mean. He's exactly what I wanted to bring into Maverick. And honestly, I'm fairly thrilled with how it turned out.
All right, I agree. Turned out, I think, as well as to be expected. I know you reached out on Monday. You wanted to have some talks with Facade, another wrestler here. Just curious, do we get an update? Have y'all spoken?
I've spoken to him.
All right. And anything you want to tell us about that?
No. I think I'll follow Raven's example and make you wait.
There you go. I've said it once. I've said it a million times. The ladies of the Maverick love to tease the D train, and to be honest, I kind of enjoy it anyway. So,
I've never once heard you complain, boss.
No, I don't. Let's change gears then a little bit. Move forward here to the ladies division. There was two prominent matches on today's show. In the ladies division, of course, we had Crushing Kelly defeating Carla Cabrera, and then we had Maya Muertes defeating Susie the Elf. I'm not sure that match has seen its rightful conclusion. Although the match is over, I think that rivalry may continue. I think Susie's going to want some revenge. But both Maya and Crushing Kelly came in about the same time. Both are starting to get really hot and get some momentum here. So while I know you've got to worry about the Rages and Angelina Nightwalker and people like that are already at the top of that division trying to get to you, obviously these young ladies are coming up quickly.
Well, I mean, at this point, I don't think there's any women in this company I don't have to worry about.
Good point. With that strap on your shoulder, all of them will probably be cutting for you in one way or another.
Well, not only that, but it doesn't seem like you're in the business of hiring anyone that's easy to beat.
No, I do not. So I guess let me try another way with those two in particular. Did either one of them stand out as somebody you want to see in the ring in the near future?
I mean, I'd be honored to face any of them, but out of the four, I really think that Maya poses the most immediate threat. I mean, she's huge, and she's mean, and she's good. The Kelly Carla match was probably my favorite on the card to watch, other than watching Wade win, of course, because it showed what both women are capable of. I think I would attribute the result more to Carla's inexperience than anything else, because there were a couple of times there where she could have gone for a pin and she just stood there staring like she'd forgotten where she were. So I would recommend that she tighten that up, but Maya's a monster. I do appreciate a good monster, in case you hadn't noticed.
I have noticed. So, okay, maybe down the road we see one of those matches. That would be fun. I agree with you on Carla Cabrera, too, who I've been singing her praises since she started. She's exciting to watch, but a little green, no doubt. She's got some inexperience there. I think she'll work through it. I think she'll be just fine and prove to maybe be a champion one day. We'll see. See if she can climb to that level. Others in the ladies division, I wanted to bring up, and now I can't remember. I'm looking through my notes real quick. No. Well, there is the matter of the Ruthless return, I guess. Ann Bonnie, who was red hot. She kind of cooled off the last couple matches. Do you see a future maybe there with Ann Bonnie and you meeting up at some time?
I mean, if she can get back to her winning ways, then I wouldn't be surprised at all. I mean, it's become fairly clear watching things that Ruthless is a team to keep an eye on. They performed well tonight in their tag match. And your girls especially have been doing a good job in the ladies tags division.
Sure.
I'm not looking to get into tags myself just yet, but I'm certainly keeping my eyes on all the women in Ruthless, and I have my suspicions that there might be one more before too long, and certainly looking forward to that if it's the case.
Well, with Ruthless, I will be honest, you never know how many of us are going to show up there. Literally, at this point, I think hundreds of us. Some
You're
wrestling, some not wrestling.
You're just crawling out of the woodwork.
We are, and since returning with Maverick, obviously, me being a part of Ruthless kind of draws them in. You know, D-Train's doing something over there again. Let's go check out our Ruthless brother, and yeah, they end up wanting to be on the roster. So it happens. Ruthless grows really big on Maverick usually, each and every time. All right, well, and Bonnie, yeah, kind of covered everything I was thinking of there.
Something for us to keep an eye on then, because we're only 2 at the moment, but what did I tell you on Monday? The Wasteland is coming.
That's true. You did say that, and obviously Wade is a big part of that. And it sounds like the recruiting of Facade continues. We'll see where that goes.
I didn't say I was recruiting no one.
Well, I think we can all read between the lines, and being somebody who brings in Ruthless people.
I had a friendly chat.
Okay, we'll leave it as a friendly chat. Anything else you want to share with us before I slide on to the next thing?
No, I'm just looking forward to seeing who I'm going to be facing next. I feel sorry for him, and I apologize in advance for what I'm going to have to do.
Well, I will say tune in to Madness next week, as there is a plan for a number 1 contender for your very title scheduled for next week on Madness. So,
well, I'm looking forward to that.
There you go. But you may be involved on Monday night, actually. So I don't have the official card yet. I know the booking committee, what they had planned, and you were a part of it. So we'll see if it happens.
Keeping me on my toes, all right.
All right. I'm going to slide you out of here. I want to thank you for joining us as well. That was Nox Vulgaris, everybody, our Ladies of the Maverick champion at the moment. I don't have another one lined up in the chat at the moment. I want to share out both of the title tournaments in the chat so that they get seen by everybody that's curious what we've been rattling on about. There is the tag team tournament, and I ran out of women. No, I never ran out of women. If anybody else wants to call in, though, I probably would have time for another 1 or 2 interviews if that is something that you desire to do. Otherwise, I'm going to rattle on a little bit and maybe share what's going on here in the card. Joe, we already did the wrap-up, but I think – oh, wait, I can't do that. I do that, I can't see. I think I can share off. That's what I meant to do. See, I lost my head. You give me nothing but women to talk to, I lose my head. It happens. That's what I do. I wanted to share it this way, not share it the way I did. So, the tournament, I wanted to talk about it a little bit. I'm going to go main screen. Let me see my little avatar thing. So, with what is going on at the moment here, as you see, we've moved into the semifinals in the top half of the bracket. James Harris versus Andy Price, and how we got there. Bottom half of the bracket, we talked about Black Dice versus Ethan Moore. We'll finish out our final 4. The winner will take on War, who advanced against Big Fly Eli on Monday. I know Black Dice and Ethan will be on this coming Monday show shootout. So that's something to pay attention to. Anyway, there's the short of it, the bracket that's going on. I did hear there's going to be a bit of a stall after the semifinals. The finals will not be immediately. They're going to be held for a pay-per-view, and there's going to be some setup matches between the two finalists before we actually get to it. So something to look for as well. Then I wanted to share this out as well. The Deuces Wild Tag Team Title Tournament. I hope you can see it okay. Yeah, looks good. In Group A, German War Machine and Ruthless off to the early start here with their wins. Black Cross, we talked about with Crimson Ninja on Monday's show. He's one half of that tag team. He didn't reveal who the other half was, so tune in. It was going to be on Monday. It's been pushed to Thursday next week to see Black Cross debut. The reason for that being Crimson Ninja has a title match on Monday's show where he will go for the Unleashed title. And then in the Group B setting, we got Next Gen and the Wild Boys off to the early start. And I don't have anything else there. FBI, I know, will be making their debut on Monday as well. I think it's against Next Gen. Yes, Next Gen versus the FBI on Monday. So that match is something to look forward to also. Now, stop sharing that. There we go. Anyway, wanted to go over those real quick. Dice versus Indy for the final. Make him do double duty. Make Crimson fight twice. No, I'm not going to do that. I don't know what that comment's about. I was trying to find it, but I can't find it. All right. Well, I do have one more that popped in. Super Nacho, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Goddess, welcome to the show, if I didn't say so. Good to see you as well. Got another caller in there. It is Ruthless. Maybe I said too much. Is it say Ruthless too much and somebody shows up? What has been, looks like the leader of Ruthless so far. She's definitely been organizing things. It seems like Minerva, welcome to the show.
Oh, Dee, did you really think you could get through a whole show without at least one of us turning up?
Oh, well, you know, I'm always going to have one. I'm on the show all the time, so it's all right to bring another one in. I didn't prep what we would talk about, but I assume we're going to start with the obvious, which is tonight's match, Orcus and Laszlo taking on Molson Hustle.
As happy as I am with the result, I'm going to say I'm very disappointed in how it played out. Laszlo got lucky, and I hope he realizes it. If he doesn't, he's going to.
Oh, so even in victory, these guys are still being, I don't know, run through the dungeon, so to speak, and their training still continues.
You saw that match, Dee.
I did.
Are you pleased with how Laszlo performed out there overall?
The Icelandic ice pick is usually more direct. I've never seen him play with an opponent.
I don't know what Rob Machete was out there saying to him, but he was distracted the entire match, and he's gonna hear from me.
I agree. However, when he had to turn it on, he did, and he picked up the victory, so I have to give him credit at the same time.
He stumbled into that victory. And that is not how we do things in Ruthless.
Well, I agree. So, all right.
That reminds me, though, speaking of Ruthless.
Okay.
I sent some paperwork your way. Did you get that?
I have not yet. I've been a little bit behind.
Ah, D.
Well, the hot tub was warmed up. There were extra girls in it, and I couldn't deny them.
I'm going to shut down that hot tub until you do your job.
Oh, well, don't do that. Hey, I may not get the job done immediately, but I always get the job done.
That's true. I can't deny that. But
So,
I've got one more name coming your way that I'd like to see show up before long.
okay. Are we talking women's side, men's side?
It's a man.
Oh, another
We have
ruthless male.
we have enough ladies in Ruthless for right now.
Is it a blast from the past or someone else from the Wrestling Academy?
I'm trying to think of how to answer that without giving everything away. It is definitely a blast from the past, but not someone we've ever seen wearing Ruthless colors before.
Well, interesting. So somebody from Maverick's past, but not necessarily Ruthless's past.
Mm-hmm. Check your in tray. You should have the contract right there.
Oh, well, I don't want to do that on the air because I might get
That's fair. That's fair. You're not good at keeping secrets.
No, I'm not, and we're live, so if I see it, it's probably coming out.
Well, then don't look at your inbox yet.
Okay, will do. All right. So more Ruthless is coming. Is this the end of it, or just the beginning?
I mean, there's never really an end to Ruthless. We always come back, but I'm not actively recruiting right now.
All right. We've got several academies, of course, now, not just the one. Any of the new students that might be ready to make a debut?
I am waiting to hear from Bill to see what he wants to do with some of the Ruthless Japan Academy students. I think he's got some that are just about ready to come up to the main show. And then of course we've got schools in Europe and throughout the States, Canada, Mexico. I mean, you never know where we're going to get our next Ruthless member from.
I agree. All right. Well, anything else for me? Otherwise, I'm going to slide you back.
No, I think that's it, Dee. You're doing a great job, and I always appreciate you.
Well, thank you so much. That was Minerva, everybody. I want to thank Raven, Minerva, and, of course, our women's champion, Nox Vulgaris. All the ladies stepping up here in the Maverick. I got to say, where are the fellas at? You know? No fellas today on the call-in show. Come on, guys. This is a platform to promote yourself in the Maverick. Never hesitate to reach out and try to be a part of it. But I also try to keep it right at 30 minutes, so they lost their balls. Maybe, Raven, maybe. No Brandon Ace Winning, I'll take it. Yeah, I agree. All right. Like I said, I want to thank you all for joining us here today. Hope you enjoyed Madness this afternoon. Hope you enjoyed the wrap-up show. As for me, I'm going to get out of here for now. Thank you all, and have a good day.